Sometimes, a seemingly disappointing stat can reveal a surprising silver lining, and that's exactly what Minnesota head coach P.J. Fleck did after Ohio State's 24-6 win over the Washington Huskies on Saturday. While most would hardly celebrate an offense managing just 6 points, Fleck offered a fresh perspective that turns the narrative on its head. Ohio State's defense is so dominant that they typically hold opponents to around 5 points. Fleck explained during his Monday press conference, so Washington actually did well by scoring 1 point more than what Ohio State usually allows. But here's where it gets controversial. Praising an opponent's low scoring in a loss? That's not something you hear every day. What do you think? Is this a clever way to acknowledge defensive prowess, or just a polite way to soften a tough defeat? Ohio State currently leads the FBS in scoring defense, allowing an astonishingly low average of just 5.5 points per game. Their performance against Washington was no exception, as they once again stifled an offense that had generated plenty of buzz leading up to the matchup. This defensive dominance isn't just about one or two players, it's a collective effort. However, one standout this season has been defensive end Caden Curry, who had a career-best game against the Huskies, earning recognition as the Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. Fleck highlighted the relentless pressure Ohio State's defense applies. They're constantly attacking the quarterback, and if the run tries to break through, they're right there to stop it. Turning to Minnesota, the Golden Gophers have traditionally relied on a strong, ground-based offensive strategy centered around their star running back, Darius Taylor. Unfortunately, Taylor has been sidelined since Week 2 due to a leg injury, and their backup, A.J. Turner, suffered a season-ending injury earlier in the year. This has transformed what was once a clear offensive strength into a significant uncertainty. In a recent nail-biter against Rutgers, Minnesota's offense shifted gears, with redshirt freshman quarterback Drake Lindsey throwing the ball 41 times to secure a 31-28 victory. This raises an intriguing question. Which version of Minnesota's offense will Ohio State face? Regardless, with the defensive chemistry Ohio State has developed early in the season, they're likely prepared for any scenario. Fleck also praised the Buckeyes' defensive cohesion, noting, "You can see how the front seven understands the back end and vice versa." This seamless communication and understanding between defensive units is a key reason Ohio State ranks second in the Big Ten for yards allowed per game, giving up just 229.3 yards, a mere 8 yards shy of first-place Indiana. Remarkably, Ohio State's defense has maintained this high level of play despite losing their entire starting defensive line to the NFL, along with other vital players from their linebacker and secondary groups. The secret? Developing young talent and smart coaching. In his first year as Ohio State's defensive coordinator, Matt Patricia has impressed by crafting schemes that keep opposing offenses guessing. Fleck noted, "Coach Patricia does a fantastic job of mixing things up. Almost every play features a different front and coverage. It's incredibly challenging for offenses to predict what's coming next." This strategic unpredictability has been a game-changer for the Buckeyes' defense. Looking ahead, Ohio State will host Minnesota under the lights this Saturday, marking their first Big Ten night game at Ohio Stadium since October 8, 2022, when they faced Michigan State. This matchup promises to be a fascinating test for both teams, especially given the defensive strengths and offensive uncertainties involved. What's your take? Will Ohio State's defense continue to dominate, or can Minnesota's evolving offense find a way to break through? Share your thoughts below and join the conversation.